Good morning, dear students. Welcome in social science class. Dear students, yesterday we have started the new chapter, Delhi Sultanate, although the introduction part I have already given you. Alright, so here we have started the 12th century. We have started 1173 to 1290 CE. It was a time period when the Muhammad Ghori's time period was there. After that, the Qutbuddin Aibak came into the throne in Delhi. Beforehand, we have already discussed about when and why there was a battle between Muhammad Ghori and Prithviraj Chauhan. How they were held by the different people or different persons. Just like Muhammad Ghori, he was held by Jaichand, and Prithviraj Chauhan, he was held by the Rajputs in the first battle of Tarain in 1191 and 1192 CE in the second battle respectively. Afterwards, Muhammad Ghori came into the throne and just controlled the areas of Ajmer and Delhi, but sooner or later he was not able to control the areas of Delhi, and given all the powers and all the confiscated areas to the trusted slave Qutbuddin Aibak. And you can see in the map also, here you can see these are the areas, because here it is not visible properly, but you can see in the book these are the red shaded area, the Punjab Haryana area, Jaunpur area, Multan area, Tarain area, all was under the control of Muhammad Ghori. And slowly and gradually the areas, the whole India was tried to controlled by the different rulers of Delhi Sultanate. The first ruler that was Qutbuddin Aibak. We have discussed already about these things yesterday's class. Qutbuddin Aibak or Mamluk dynasty started their slave dynasty from 1206 to 1290 CE. It was a big time period, but Qutbuddin Aibak started his time from 1206 to 10. Alright, and the first he has started, although he was a very great and powerful ruler, military power he was also having, he defeated different rulers of Ghazni also, and constructed Qutub Minar, Qutub-ul-Islam Mosque in Delhi, Dhai Din Ka Jhopla, and two main literary gems was also there in his empire, Hassan Azmi and Mubarak Shah. After the death of Qutbuddin Aibak, Aram Shah, his son, came into the throne, but he was not that much competent. So it was decided by the nobles, the son-in-law of Qutbuddin Aibak should came into the throne. But it was not easy to control Delhi's Sultanate. So Iltutmish also defeated Aram Shah to become a sultan. Then Iltutmish came 1210 to 1236 CE, a long time period. He was a very smart and a competent ruler. He made himself a powerful person in his empire and consolidated all his powers very effectively. All the problems he have solved nicely and bravely. And in between he has introduced a system of Jaliha, that is a group of 40 persons who were trained and skilled in different areas. That was quite good for the empire and helpful for the different areas. Next, after he also introduced the coins system in his empire, which was helpful for the trade also. And here is a main person, Minaz Shiraz, who has written about the reigns of Iltutmish and each and everything about his life. Next we have here, after Iltutmish, there was no more a great successor left. So it was decided by Rukunuddin should be a ruler of Delhi, but he was also not that much competent. People were not finding him as smart as Iltutmish was. So for a few months only Rukunuddin became a ruler of Delhi, and afterwards Razia Sultan, the first Muslim ruler in Indian history, came into the throne, but only for a few years. For only 3.5 years she was there to control, but although she was also a very competent ruler and a great administrator, we can say that whenever she was going for expeditions or battles, always trying to make herself in a male dress, or she was doing dress up in a male form. After Razia, she was killed. Alauddin Masood Shah came into the throne from 1242 to 1266 CE, but he was also not that much competent. Although the time period was quite big, but he was not able to control in a proper manner. You can see in the year 1246, the youngest son of Iltutmish, Nasiruddin Mahmud, became the Sultanate for 20 years. Ghiyasuddin Balban was his prime minister, who was always supporting him, and as well as actual ruler, because the Nasiruddin, he was not controlling in a proper manner the whole empire. After the death of Nasiruddin Mahmud in 1266 CE, Balban became the Sultan, as Nasiruddin did not have any son. So here he was the person who just have a great power. 1266 to 1286, he has just a great control, and he was a very strict ruler also, a proper discipline. Without permission, nobody can laugh, nobody can speak in his court, and even he was having a trained army also. And Balban was one of the member of Chaliha, which was introduced by the Iltutmish, 40 great noble persons. He was also one of them. He was a strong, capable ruler, and ended his power group of 40 nobles to consolidate his position also. He was a sultan who believed in complete justice, and who did wrong actions or deeds and given punishment also. His darbar was very disciplined. Nobody could talk or laugh without the permission of his, just I told you. He enhanced the prestige and power of the sultan and safeguarded his 4 frontiers, constructed the fortification also. And Balban died in 1286. After his death, a situation of confusion prevailed for some time. In 1290, Jalaluddin overthrew the weak and incapable successor of Balban and captured the throne, and afterwards the throne was taken by the different dynasty. The Khalji dynasty, they have taken the control of Delhi's. We will see a few clippings of this slave dynasty. You can see here, it is quite not properly visible, but you can see what are the things there. Slave dynasty 1280 to 1246 AD it was started. As I already explained you each and everything. Important buildings built during slave dynasty was here mentioned. The Qutub complex, Qutub Minar, Quwwatul Islam Mosque, 2.5 दिन का झोंपड़ा, tomb of Iltutmish, tomb of Nasiruddin Muhammad, and tomb of Balban. These were the famous, we can say that, buildings which was constructed. You can see the shaded area also, the pink color shaded area, which was under the control of slave dynasty. And here these are the slave kings of Delhi, the Qutbuddin Aibak, Aram Shah, Iltutmish, Razia Sultan, Ruknuddin, Razia Sultan, Nasiruddin, Bahram Shah, Ghiyasuddin Balban, and Nuruddin in Hakla. So these were the famous, we can say, the rulers, and you can see the images also, which was quite famous in the slave dynasty. So this was all about. All right, thank you.